Hey guys, welcome back. It's Janice. I hope y'all are doing great. So I have a word for you today, and that word is Moses exhausted all of his human efforts to set his people free. We know the Bible tells us that Moses fled for his life because he used his human resources to try to do what God called him to do. We all know, and I believe Moses knew, that he had a calling on his life. He had this passion, the desire to set his people free. But the problem was he was using his own efforts to do so. The Bible tells us when he fled for his life, he spent 40 years in the wilderness. And this is when God decided to activate Moses' calling. When God activated Moses' calling, to me, I believe he had absolutely no interest in his human capabilities to do so. He was trusting solely in God. As a matter of fact, he said, "How could I do this thing?" He lived in the house of Pharaoh. He had the confidence to win many battles, but when it came time for him to be activated to set the people free, he had absolutely no human effort to do so. You see, that's what God is calling for us to do. He's calling for us to have absolutely no human efforts in this event of this assignment of setting people free, because that's what it's all about. We know that Moses answered the calling, depending totally upon the Lord, listening for the instructions and allowing the power of God's mighty hand to be seen. It was no longer about Moses. It was about God delivering his people. And you see, that's what God wants to do in your life. Yes, you are called, but you're going to have to flee into the wilderness. And when you're in the wilderness, you will begin to have that state of humility come upon you, because God himself will clothe you with that. I thank God for this message to encourage you to know this is what God is looking for. Because we know that Moses was a mighty man because he sought the Lord. He received the commandments of God, not only to save the people of God, to free them from slavery, but to teach them about God, to teach them God's way. You see, Moses' heart was changed in order to do that. That was his calling, and it was fitting for him. So be encouraged to know when you find yourself having enough strength to do the calling, and it's not time. God can't use you. You have to get in that place